So today I am going to take you on my decluttering journey, my simplification journey. I am a mom of 5 kids, 10 and down. And while I am not a full-fledged minimalist yet, I have realized that if I don't level up with my intentionality, y'all, I'm gonna drown with stuff in this home. And so I have just been really leaning in and applying myself. I have so much more work to do, but I want to show you what I've done so far, hopefully as a huge encouragement to you today, some big motivation, because I know sometimes when we're decluttering, we just get in our own way, or we burn out, or we get tired. And so maybe just turn this video on, keep me in the background as a little nudge. Maybe you just pick out a little spot to declutter, or you just enjoy me decluttering today. But y'all, I hauled off so much stuff, and it feels so good to get some space back in my home. So hey, my name is Lana. This is Girl Teach Me. This whole channel is to help you on your motherhood journey. It is not an easy journey, and I am just sharing everything I've learned that could be helpful for you. If that resonates with you, I hope you'll hit subscribe. I hope you'll stay a while, and let's jump into it.
All right, so I am doing a massive declutter today. I have needed to do it for so long, and I just kept thinking today, like, oh, I'll get this done, I'll do my hair, whatever. Then I'll start. I'm like, no, I gotta get started, I gotta get going. And so I'm gonna do the storage room downstairs. It's a disaster. This sounds like I wanna protect my pride, maybe just a little bit. It was more organized before my husband turned that room into his office. It was a guest room. I am ready to reclaim that because that is my primary storage of the whole house. Like, I have 5 small kids, and so we have 4 seasons here in North Carolina. I need to rotate out shoes and clothes and things like that. People are always just rehoming clothes to us because we have a lot of ages. And so I want to say yes to that, but it's just getting too much, and I have too much to manage, and it's really robbing my peace in my home. I feel like I'm always the stuff manager, and so I'm ready for a change. I took a course recently, and I reviewed it a little bit this morning. We're going to do the WIT method that Margaret Matheny came up with, and I'll take you through my declutter. I hope it inspires you. Maybe you're decluttering right now. I know I like to watch declutters when I'm decluttering. That's why I watched some of Margaret's course this morning, so I could get refreshed on, like, okay, why am I doing this?
I think the number one thing for me was I just defined what clutter was for me, and it's just like anything that's not currently serving me in this current season has to go. I would say my only caveat is, like, if I know I'm passing it down, then I feel like the course really helped me understand, like, keep the very best ones, tucked away, but, like, I don't have to keep every option, I don't have to keep a million pairs of shoes, all those things. So it was just all stacked up. So much stuff just stacked up in my storage room. I cleaned everything out of that room and just set it in a clean, clear space in the living room upstairs. So much stuff. I had my why in front of me. Margaret really encourages you to, like, come up with your why. And my why was, I want to quit the job of being a stuff manager. Like, I'm tired of managing all the stuff, moving stuff around. I just want to quit that job. I put my kids on notice. I am quitting the stuff manager job. I'm done with it. So much stuff just has to go. Like, I want my space back. My why was, I want to be more fun with my kids. I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to enjoy them. Charles Spurgeon said, it's not how much you have, but it's how much you enjoy what you have. And I want to enjoy my children, my marriage. I want to get outside, have some fun. I love being outside with my kids. And when we do homeschool, I want to enjoy that time and not be like stuff, clutter. So it needed to happen. So for me, I got everything out, like I said, of my storage into that living room. I got black trash bags, big black trash bags, and I made like a trash, treasure, and transfer pile. Y'all, you'd be surprised, like, just how much trash. They're just broken stuff. I mean, kids are rough on stuff, especially with my 5 kids, and I just was keeping a puzzle with a couple pieces missing, or just broken stuff. So trash, that was great because I didn't have to look at it anymore. And I love the black trash bags because it's like literally once it enters the black trash bags, I feel like it went into a black vortex and it just was transported out of my life. Like it wasn't like a white trash bag where I could kind of like see through the trash bag and I'm like, do I really want to, you know, like the transfer pile, like give that thing away? I don't know. It was like, nope, it entered the vortex. And the same with my kids, because when we go to drop things off, they're like, hey, what's in that bag? Is that my stuff? You know, and it's like, no. You have 5 mini dolls. I don't think you need all those mini dolls, you know, example. So it has helped so much, the black trash bags. That was great. I filled up so many trash bags. But honestly, the course helped me make quicker decisions. I feel like I just deliberated a lot more before. It was like, well, do we keep this? I mean, I know I spent good money on that, or so-and-so gave us that. It was like quick decisions. Because I was like, is it stuff that I'm not currently using in the season? It's not serving our family in the season. It was like, boom, gotta go. I want my space back. I want my space back. I want my space back. I kept telling myself, I'm quitting the stuff manager job. I want to quit. I want to quit. I want my time back. It's almost like a part-time job, you know, when you have so much clutter, it just absorbs your mental space and your time. And I'm like, I want that time back. I'm not getting paid for it and sucking the life out of me. It's like an energy vampire.
Okay, so it's day 2. I took 12 bags yesterday to the thrift store, which felt so, so good. Now it's just dirtier than ever. It feels like, I think it has to get worse before it gets better. I'm about to go through the baby's clothes, and I'm going through the closets now because I really want to make sure that we are down to what we really need and not a bunch of stuff that we don't need, because it just causes so much more laundry.
So I went through the baby stuff and just really tried to get rid of anything that was borderline on she's getting kind of tight, but also just try to plan ahead for what she needs. Really, I only keep about a basket worth of stuff when they're in their first year, because they're just growing so fast and it can get overwhelming when there's just too much. It helps me really clearly see what they need. I actually shopped for some things from a local thrift pop-up called Kojo's. I really enjoy. I ordered some things off of Mercari. If you can just search a designer that you really like or a brand you really like on Mercari, you can get some really great deals. But I just try to keep the tops and the bottoms together. I really like it, you know, things with zippers. I really prefer things without footies if I can get them, because I feel like they can wear them so much longer. And then like a sweater outfit over cooler clothes. So I cleared out my hall closet too, got all of that out and just stacked it all up. One thing we did I even did it with my kids, was I did trash, treasure, and transfer with the kids. And the treasure one, the one they got to keep, was like a little plastic bin, and like once it was full, like I had to help them make decisions like, ooh, it's getting really full, like would you rather have this or this? That really helped them understand, like, okay, because you know, it's so much stuff they can't even manage it themselves. Like if I ask them to clean up the space and they start melting down, it's too much for them. It's like a trigger for them. It's a trigger for me to see. It's a trigger for them. Like if we needed to get stuff down to the level, like if I ask them to clean it up, it's not tears. And if it's tears, then it's too much for them at that developmental level. Like I could tell they were having this struggle too. So it was really cool to just help them understand, like, what is clutter? Well, clutter is kind of keeping you from seeing what you like to play with, because all you're seeing is like all this other stuff. Like, wouldn't it feel really nice if we cleared out stuff and you got space back in your room? And that was the best win of it all, was that night, my 6-year-old, when I tucked her into bed, she was like, Mommy, thank you for helping me get my room back. Like, it feels really clean and it feels really good. Like, the stuff is a trigger for us, stressing us out to see it everywhere. And so kids can even register and feel that too. And I thought that was really intuitive, that she like could recognize, like, ooh, I don't like the way all this stuff is making me feel. I think one thing I kind of realized through the decluttering process is it's easy to blame my kids for clutter and to be like, oh, they're the reason I have clutter. But honestly, I think it's my mindset that causes a lot of clutter. Like, either bad at being a gatekeeper of my home. Like, sometimes I probably need to say no to people bringing in stuff. Like, if I'm already at my max and I'm too overwhelmed and I know that, I probably should be like, hey, like, I don't know that I can take in more stuff right now until I go through what I already have. Like, I realized I have issues in and of myself that really don't have anything to do with my kids. It's just easy, like I think as moms, to blame our kids for our problems. Almost that like villain mentality of they're causing me a lot of pain and I'm really mad about it. Like just getting really angry about our environment, and it's easy to blame the kids, but like I had to fess up to like my own issues, or feeling like because my mom got him that or my mother-in-law got him that I must keep it forever. And it's like, no, maybe it served the kids in that season, and that season is over, and it's okay to rehome it to somebody else who would benefit from it in their new season. And so that just like kind of freed me up. Like as long as it served us for a season, it's okay to send it on its way to serve somebody else in their season. And I think I see now that like sometimes limitations are gifts. Like having limited toys helps you see what you really want to play with and be more creative. Having limited wardrobe, which I surprisingly was pretty good about before. I think I just don't like spending a lot of money on clothes, and I like to be able to go to my wardrobe and see very clearly what to put on. That I have seen like having small closet space actually a gift, because it forces me to have less clothes, which forces me to make better decisions when I get dressed. And so I think just flipping everything on our head, like we could be really mad that we don't have tons of space, but I think honestly the people that have tons of space probably struggle with clutter the most, possibly because they can just stuff it somewhere and just ignore it for a little while, but we all know it's in the back of our head. And so I think just flipping it, like limitations are gifts. Sometimes I think we live in a time where you can be any occupation you want to be, and it's like honestly people don't know what to do. Whereas if they just were like the son of a carpenter, they'd be like, well, I can be a carpenter or I can be this. It's like having limitations sometimes is a gift. And like I said, I don't think you have to take a course to declutter your home. I just think for me, I knew it was a problem and I knew I needed help. And in the areas honestly that I don't feel like I am good at something and I need a teacher or coach, a guide to help me win, I think courses are really helpful. You know, it's really nice to have somebody like, just do this, like hold your hand and tell you the next right thing to do. Because I think as moms, we have decision fatigue, and it's just like, I don't know what to do sometimes. And so I love courses for that reason. I'm like somebody holding my hand and guiding me along this like hero's journey of trying to climb the mountain of creating a peaceful home and decluttering, all those things. I think they're really helpful. I would just say if you feel really bogged down by clutter, I think just defining what clutter is to you, writing your why down, getting some black trash bags. You can do this. You can do this. And I think just starting with like a drawer or a closet. I kind of went all in on like just kids' clothes at one time and just did all that at one time. Then I did toys. I still have a lot of personal work to do. Another idea is like, I found a spot I was really excited to give my stuff away to, instead of just like a random organization. It was like, no, it was like an organization I felt really good about and I felt like supporting. And so that felt good because it gave me extra motivation to declutter, extra motivation to part with something that maybe I still thought had some value. Then I'm like, oh, but I'm like, nope. This is great. I want to give them things of value. So that was like an extra motivation. So I still have such a long way to go on the simplification journey. I will bring you along as I do it. So again, I hope you hit subscribe. This is Girl Teach Me. This whole channel is just to help you on the motherhood journey. I hope this video has inspired you to take on a spot in your home that you have been neglecting. You will feel so good, such good dopamine that will flow through your body when you see that clean space, when you get all that stuff out of your home. So I hope this video inspired you to get going. And like I said, my name is Lana. This is Girl Teach Me. This whole channel is for you. It's to help you on your journey of motherhood. I'm just sharing my highs and my lows, hoping it can be helpful for you. So I hope you'll hit subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.